A lot of people don't actually realize I started this channel almost 10 years ago now, as a channel that was revolved around me playing guitar and, more importantly, me actually writing music. And over the years, obviously, it's evolved and changed, and I love that. I love all the variety things, we've tried, and all the cringe I've created on the internet. Sorry about that. And see what works, see what doesn't, and just build a community over the years that is insane to see, especially as a metal channel, like metal music niche channel. But a thing I feel like I've strongly neglected over the years, even though I love it so much and it's the origin of this channel, is writing music. It was kind of a sad realization, actually, when I thought about how much time I give myself to write music, because in my content, there's not many videos I do where I'm writing anything or transforming something into something new, right? Even if it's like a cover or modernizing a song, I still consider that writing to a degree. Sometimes it doesn't create the best product, and sometimes it sounds dumb in the end, but it's fun and it's exciting and it adds value to myself, but I know it adds value to people watching as well. They get to learn something. They actually get something new out of it, right? They get a new version of a song, a new thing to listen to. And as much as I love, doing a lot of other types of content, and I think primarily it has shifted over the years to more reaction-based content, it feels like something, is missing. I started to realize this, actually, funny enough, this past month. I've had numbers on my channel when it comes to views and subs that I've never seen in my life. Like, everything is basically 2x'd. And, as much as any content creator will get that nice dopamine rush from that and be like, oh my God, yes. And enjoy that and appreciate that, their brand and their community is growing, which I think is beautiful. And I do love that part. The feeling of the things getting a lot of those views being more of the reaction stuff, to a point, it almost felt a little empty. It was just numbers for the sake of numbers. And again, don't get me wrong. I think reaction videos are, they're definitely helpful to, help people discover new music and help people, help bands as well, help people discover those bands, help labels. It's definitely a thing that feeds the ecosystem in that way, in a healthy way. But I do also feel like over the years, because it has become so saturated, that it's turned from this more unique of, hey, let's check out this song, to everyone's going to obviously check out this song. And it's kind of just a feeding frenzy of who can do it first and turn it into clips the fastest. And again, that still is a big, it benefits, like I said, people finding new music and spreading metal, which is great. But for me personally, when I've been doing it, it's been feeling a lot more empty, that particular type of content, which is sad. Because something I always preach on, especially when I'm streaming on Twitch, but something I try to preach here, and when anyone even asks me, how do you grow a channel, or how do you do something that's, gets your name out there, I'm always like, just provide people with value, provide people with something special of why they want to come back to you, to watch what you're doing, to listen to your music. And I haven't gotten that sense as much when doing those reaction videos lately. I love those bands. The videos themselves, are fun for me to do because I just am interested in checking out the music. But when it comes to something I want to delve more into, which is evergreen content, the idea of, hey, people watch this video and sure, they're entertained now, but will they come back in a year from now? Will they come back a couple months from now? The video is just kind of there for the sake of it, and then it disappears into the abyss. It just gets crowded with the noise of everyone else also doing that thing now because it is such a strong meta of, reacting to metal bands. And all of this made me realize I think I need to make some changes. Now, before you panic, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing reaction videos. When it comes to that specifically, I think I'm just going to focus more on bands that I'm just really, really, really excited for. Do them maybe a little bit less, but also when I do them, I think I need to evolve them. As much as I like sitting there and doing caveman noises when watching something, I want to analyze these things a little bit more. I want to talk about them as I'm watching it. If that involves pausing sometimes, then I think I should do that. Because I do have that unique perspective. I used to call it Metal Musician Reacts, but really now it's just, Metalhead That Makes Faces Reacts. I want people to watch them and feel like they left with something more than just either, hey, here's a cool new band, or haha, Nick did the thing. I want them to feel like they maybe learned something, that they had something unique when watching it that they couldn't get from, the 50,000 other reaction videos that came out at the same day. And tied with that, I want to do more writing content. That is some of the funnest type of content I've ever done. I want to keep evolving and putting more value into these series so it can create something that's not just, the original thing, but you see my face in it with some of these things, but also something that has that staying power, that is more evergreen, that you'll want to come back and be like, oh my God, you remember that video? And that's something I want to start to do is, take some of those series and actually give you something to listen to, give you music. I want to do videos where I try to challenge myself to write something that I have no idea what I'm doing. And at the end, I finish it. You guys get the full song, but I actually release it. I'm going to be honest. One of my favorite videos I have ever done on this channel, which might seem dumb, is me trying to write a metalcore song in a flash game, which was Punk-O-Matic. And I look back on that video and I love it. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. And I can see by the views, a lot of people seem to like it too. And it kind of saddens me why I didn't just take the extra time or effort to even actually make it a real song and just release it. Something that people can, sure, consume the video and enjoy it, but then actually consume music and play it. So besides New Termina coming, and a lot of original music projects that I've been working for a while on the way, I'm going to do a lot more content-based things. I'm going to do covers where I recreate the whole thing and actually release it with vocalists on there. And so you guys will actually have music that is fun and unique and sounds modern and is heavy and it's just enjoyable. I just want to be able to provide you guys that have supported me for so long with as much value and new creations and new things as possible, because that inherently makes me feel the most fulfilled with what I'm doing and what I have done. So there's going to be a lot of music coming and a lot of metal as always. Thanks.